Welcome back to the Combo Cabal. I am your host, Bryant Cook, and today we are playing the Epic Storm version 12.5 and yet another Legacy challenge. This deck list has just been straight fire the entire time we've played it. Alex McKinley top-aided a showcase, I top-aided a PTQ, I top-aided a challenge. We've just been on fire with this 5-color The Epic Storm build. I'm not going to do an in-depth deck tech today. We have tons of videos that do that. And instead, I'm just going to play some Magic. I hope that's okay with you. But if you're interested in an in-depth deck tech, we will have cards throughout this video that will link to those 5-color videos where they have more information on why we're playing the 75, why Prismatic Ending is so good, why Orim's Chant, etc. So if you're curious about that, definitely go check that out. So I would like to say we are just under 5,000 subscribers, and I am so thankful. But I would really appreciate if we got 150 more in the month of September. It would mean a lot to me. I secretly started this year out with a goal of hitting 6,000 subscribers. It's looking realistic, and if we can hit 5,000 by the end of September, that should put us on pace to hit 6,000 by January. It would mean a lot to me. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. I would really, really appreciate that. And it helps support this channel. You get to stay up to date on the latest and greatest combo content. Please, please, please subscribe and do that. And if you're looking to go to that next level, we do offer memberships. That button is right next to the subscribe button. And you unlock our member section of the Discord. Our Discord's free, but you unlock the member section. You get highlighted user profiles in our Discord. And then we have 2 more tiers above that where you get things like sideboard guides, 50% off donation decks, and then in our top tier, a free donation deck plus everything else. But definitely go check out our memberships. And as always, like, comment, all that good stuff. Get us into the algorithm. Make sure that more people know how great 5-color The Epic Storm is, because it's fantastic. And why wouldn't you want to do that, right? And if you want to support us in another way, you can go to theepicstorm.com/donation decks. Showcase your donation deck be featured here on this channel. We've received a ton of them recently, primarily based around Bolas's Citadel. So the community is working together to find the right Citadel deck in Modern. There's no reason that you couldn't do that in your favorite format. So definitely go check out theepicstorm.com/donation decks. We also have theepicstorm.com/shop where we have tons of sweet, sweet card singles. Why wouldn't you want to go there? And then, the shop also has merchandise. Everything from the Storm 20 baseball tee to the Epic Storm pint glass and everyone's favorite token pack. For $13, you get 64 double-sided tokens, so 128. 10 black, 10 blue, 10 red, 5 green, 5 white, 3 colorless, 20 storm to count all the way up to Grapeshot, a Galvanic Relay Exile Indicator token, 4 treasures for Strike It Rich, and 10 monks for our vintage friends. And then we have Slime Time Live, 8 Progenitor Ooze tokens with the power and toughness built in. In just a few days, I'll be releasing my latest and greatest Lurrus Lotus Breach video where Slime Time does damage. 4 copies of Ave in that deck, and there's oozes everywhere. So if you are playing Modern Lotus Lurrus Breach, you're going to want these tokens. So make sure to pick up an Epic Storm mini token pack. It also has Chatterstorm versus Empty the Warrens, Goblins versus Squirrels, 20 of each. Helps keep all your storm tokens clearly labeled, and it makes combat a little bit easier in my opinion to have them all instead of fumbling around with dice. So definitely go grab one. All right, so that's my intro today. Like I said, it's going to be a short one. I just want to get playing Magic. But if you have any questions on this deck list, feel free to post those in the comments down below. I'll happily answer them, but also definitely check out the other videos that will be in the cards above today. It would just help if you watch those, because you're going to get better answers out of those videos than I will put in the comment section down below, if I'm being completely honest. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in match number 1. Welcome to round number 1. But before we begin, I do have something that I forgot to do in the intro. I would like to thank a few people for becoming members and supporting this channel. Yeah, so thank you to Chris Thomas, Tyler Carden, Initial GSB, Renewing, Re-upping, I do appreciate you. And then Texture All Wrong, Thank you for your contributions to this channel and helping me continue to make great combo content. That said, we are paired for round number 1, and we are facing Alejandro. Uh, this hand seems fine. Alejandro was recently playing like a Saga Bant Painter deck, so sort of just assuming that they're on the same thing. Okay, Volk into Rag, so not the same thing. I guess it could be. Maybe they added Ragman to their deck, who knows. Okay, so Dark Rit is a decent pickup. We're looking for lands and action here. And I think I'm fine just grabbing this. I could have gotten Trop, but I don't know. That was a very good ponder. Holy smokes. So Ragavan is going to hit us. We want to keep the land in the middle. Okay. Pass. Okay, so the land is going to be in the middle, and then we're going to draw a Lotus Petal. Iteration, okay. Really looking to not see, I don't even want to say it out loud right now, but Wasteland. Because if they don't play Wasteland, we have a protected Burning Wish next turn. Oh, why did I say it out loud? Why did I say it out loud? Brutal. Am I gonna get dazed here? Okay. I just have to pass. We don't, I guess, like, if I had another red card, I could echo, but we need another initial mana source now. Ragman just too good. It accelerated them into iteration into Wasteland. While exiling our mana source. Oh, jeez. Alright, so we are looking to draw an initial mana source here. Draw. That was actually fine. So we're going to imprint the Tendrils. Okay, we're just gonna let that go. No need to sack our pedal and try to pay there. It's just like not a good move. You could also like try to Veil in response, but then you get like double whammied by force. So I wouldn't recommend that. Burning Wish. So if they wanted to, they could Meltdown or Lotus Petal here. Okay. If I mean, we knew that they had the Vault. There's Murktide. Murktide's pretty important because it shuts off empty. So this Burning Wish would then have to deal lethal as well. Unfortunately, we're initial mana source off, so I can't Veil plus right with the way that our hand is set up. We're probably just dead next turn. I just have to let it go. We are dead to Lightning Bolt. Also, this attack is going to shut off fetch lands from being an out, because we're going to be at 1 life. Yep. Actually, would have liked that Rite of Flame. Alright. Alright, so we bring in Relay. And something I've talked a lot about with Alex recently is not boarding in Decay, because a bunch of these decks don't have Null Rod anymore. So it's better to have Ponder in your deck if they're not going to be playing Null Rod. You get a little bit of consistency that I think is very much needed. So, I mean, you saw it there where we definitely could have needed a little bit more consistency, but also just like our opponent disrupted us and we didn't get to do our thing. Sometimes that happens. Okay, game number 2 when we were on the play. This seems fine. I'll keep this. Not looking to use the Chromox here. Definitely trying to brainstorm that away. When I'm taking a mulligan here. They quickly kept their 6, so it must be fairly good. Delta pass. Sure. Gotta change a heart about this ponder, apparently. They did not shuffle. I'm going to resolve Brainstorm. We could try to play out Wishclaw, but I don't think that's actually what I want to be doing. Very good Brainstorm. Holy crap. So I could try to relay here. Put back the 2 tutors and imprint the Wishclaw. Or imprint the Brainstorm. I think I'm going to wait a turn. So by waiting a turn, I get to play around days, and I know that I will have access to a tutor. If I just play Galvanic Relay there, Alejandro knows about Relay. Like, we've faced Alejandro enough where Alejandro's not going to like allow me, like, I could see them forcing a Rite of Flame or a Petal. And this way I get to keep a tutor effect as well. I think I'm going to Brainstorm here, because if they counter it, it's 2 spells, and if they don't, I can likely imprint. Okay, so that was good. What do I put back? I think it's Wishclaw Brainstorm. Okay, so this is going to be a relay for 8. Hopefully that's good enough. Tapping a blue. Okay. So they're forced to copy. This seems very weird if they don't have Fluster. Like, they have to have a Fluster in. 3 cards in hand that aren't Volcanic Island. And there's the Fluster. Okay, so we need to figure out how we're going to move forward. So I can pay for some of these. I could actually pay for 5. All right, so let's start from the top. So the last one, middle one. All right, so the second to last one we don't want to pay for. That one as well. Okay. So he tried to get a little bit sneaky. He did this one twice. So those 3. So we could actually only pay for 3 here. And I guess I can pay for the top one. So I'm going to click no on that. Like, this is the one that we want to pay for, I think. I could probably sack the Petal and pay for the Brainstorm one. That way I'm getting at least 2 cards off this. I think I'm good to pay for this. I'm going to get 2 cards off this relay, and they're going to be the Brainstorm and the Wishclaw. Okay, that was a turn. We know that our opponent still has Volcanic and 2 Unknowns in hand. Oh, so they're not on blue-red, they're on Jeskai. There's the Volk. There's Merc. Alright, come on, Duck, give me something good. We don't have Ad Nauseam in the deck for what it's worth. Like, this could be a spot where we try to resolve Ad Naus, but that's off the table. Let's start off on a Brainstorm. Pretty good. So we could have Echo with Veil back up. I could also like just double Wishclaw this turn, and then next turn Echo with Veil back up. I don't know if it's better now. My fear is that they then find something that wrecks me if I pass the turn. But I think I'm supposed to go for it now. I think, no, we have Opal on top, which is what I would want here if they try to force this. So we do have the Echo in the deck. So this is going to be none floating. So we would need to get pretty lucky to win here. That could have been better. We just have to pass. So in my mind, I was partially okay with taking the Echo line because I thought to myself, well, we have 3 Galvanic Relays, we have a land drop. Like, at least this way, I'm going to have 5 Storms. So if I Echo now, I can hit Relay and then Relay while they're tapped out and don't have Flusterstorm. And in my mind, that made a lot of sense because they can't kill me from 19, but if I wait a turn and do it, Relay is no longer an option. So that's why I decided to Echo there. But unfortunately, we just came up short on mana with that draw 7. Okay. And so I'm going to take 9 here. Scrub. Scrub would have been a good draw, too. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one. They just have lethal, so they can swing and bolt. So I have to find a way to win this turn. So I could Veil here or I could pay. Should have cast Rite of Flame first. What was I thinking? Okay. Ooh. Can't believe that actually resolved. But no. So what are our outs here? Storm's 5. I don't even know if I have any outs. Yeah, I just don't have outs. I guess I can Dark Ritual Wishclaw for a Miracle Brainstorm. That's our out. Come on, Miracle Brainstorm. Miracle. Alright, now we're dead. 0 and 1. Welcome to round number 2. We are on the draw. I don't know what our opponent's playing, but I'm definitely not going to stand. Keep. Okay, so it looks like I kept a hand that was reasonable in this matchup. Decent draw. I think we want to ponder into lands here. Maybe I'm allowed to keep this. It's like a double protected Echo on turn 2. Okay. Brainstorm. It's worth noting that we can't do what I'd like to do, which is like we don't have a Bayou in the deck, so we can't play out Wishclaw and then like Veil the next turn, Chant with Veil back up the next turn. Like that's just not something that this deck can do. Bayou's actually not great in the Epic Storm. This is just like a rare circumstance where it would be fine. See Rainforest. Wonder if they're on High Tide. Marcus did win the challenge last week with High Tide. I have a feeling that they are. Chant, target you. Switching turnabout. It's a little bit risky, but I'm going to fight over this just because I want the draw. Because if I draw a black source off this Veil, I have an Ad Nauseam next turn. If they have another counter spell, we still have Echo back up. I can't believe that I was right that they were on High Tide. Luster. Okay. We just need to draw black source now. Okay. No. And I'm going to play out Diamond right now to reduce Storm. So also, if they like decide to go off, we could crack Diamond for green and potentially draw into Veil of Summer. But we're definitely looking for a black source here. Bearding, okay. Go on the bottom with Preordain. Now a Brainstorm main. That's interesting. We have 3 in hand. Another Diamond. I don't think we're supposed to go all in on Echo. Well, that was an F6. Alright, I'm gonna get bit here. And they were still F6'd. Okay. Let's brainstorm, see if I can get a little bit more storm here. I wish that was better. But we do just have lethal storm right now. Alright, we're going to fight over this, because why not? It's free to do. Ugh. And it looks like we will be taking game number 1 over High Tide. How about some chicken tendies? Who's the real storm deck now, Mom? Get out of here. Boom. Always had it. Get out of here. Go home. I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't even funny. I'm just going to submit. There's nothing to change here. Boarding and relay isn't really what you want to do. Your main deck is already set up for this matchup. Let's just do the thing all over again. Game 2, and we've opened up a real stinker. We're going to ship this. This hand is not a stinker. This hand is delightful, and I appreciate it. So I think you're supposed to keep this. It's like you... Like, so the question is, what do you bottom? Because you really want to bottom the Ad Naus, but you're almost incentivized to keep it so you have something to imprint. I mean, I think you're supposed to, like, because if you keep it, you have to echo in order to win. I think our plan is to just draw into more mana. Like, we're a couple, like, we're not going to go for it next turn. Like, it doesn't make sense. Even if I draw a Dark Ritual, I can't have a protected Ad Naus. We did not shuffle off Bonder. Draw. Another black card. That's good. Whoops, didn't want to click on that. I'm just getting all of this in play. It doesn't hurt. So part of the reason I want to get all this in play is to reduce the effectiveness of Flusterstorm. That's really what the goal is there. You might be wondering, like, Bryant, but your storm count. My storm count doesn't matter. Like, when I win, I will win. But reducing the effectiveness of Flusterstorm is actually pretty important. So we're going to play Claw here. Does Veil resolve? Please resolve, Veil of Summer. Please resolve. Veil of Summer? Boo. Alright, and you're actually supposed to just jam here because this game isn't getting any better. You don't have any more colored mana. You can even cast protection spells if you were to draw them. So it's best to just jam your Ad Nauseam and pray. They have Fluster. Okay. Game 3. Like, we did what we could for, like, I don't know. I'm not upset about that. Just resubmit. Like, that was a reasonable hand. It was a turn 2 with Veil backup on a mulligan to 6. Like, you're not going to turn that down. There's a chance that the Brainstorm found them the Force. So, like, because, like, I had a feeling that they had Fluster for Veil, but they didn't have anything else. So I think that they brainstormed looking for Force, found it, and then realized that they had double counter and got us. Okay, and we are on the play for game number 3. This seems fun. A little bit slow, but fine. Okay, so I think I want to get... Doesn't matter with these two. I'm going to get Underground Sea. Sure. I'm going to shuffle that. I don't think that actually helps us achieve our game plan. I don't know what... Like, right now I'm thinking maybe we put back the rights on the Brainstorm. I'm not sure. Because, like, then I could get Trop with this. Yeah. Maybe we do, like, 1 and 1. Like, I don't see the value in keeping double Brainstorm, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so that's pretty good. That. Ponder from the opponent. And honestly, like, playing High Tide right now when Doomsday is crushing every event isn't the silliest choice. Kai Sawatari won the Legacy Challenge yesterday with Doomsday. He's top 8'd like 8 straight Legacy Challenges, it feels like. The guy just doesn't lose. And people aren't respecting Doomsday enough. I talked about it recently on the Eternal Glory podcast. People should be playing Torpor Orb, and they're just not. So it's about time that the metagame adjusted to Doomsday, because they've just been getting away with it for free for so long. So now we draw this, and I'm just going to play Wishclaw here. Okay. Play out the diamond now because it reduces Storm for next turn. And I think I do want to draw the petal that's on top. Roll. They're probably getting like a fluster or something. They could get High Tide. Of course it will. Okay. Draw. I'm going to cast Brainstorm here, see if I can find another protection spell. Honestly, that was a little awkward. Okay. Let's Rite of Flame. They would need triple counter here to stop me. Moving Pact and Negation. Okay. Let's try to fight over this. We get another Veil. So you might be thinking, like, why don't I just let the Force resolve and then Echo? Because their deck has a bunch of counters in it, and I would prefer if I got to keep, or if my Echo was protected. Here's a Fluster. So I can't afford to pay for the Fluster. If they have another Force, this is actually a little bit awkward. Because then I'm down an LED and Echo and they have my Witchclaw. They targeted their own Fluster with one of these. I think I can actually pay for one of these to resolve. I need to think about this. So they targeted their own Fluster. And then, so that Fluster is being targeted by Force. So I'm not going to pay for that one. This isn't targeting that. That's targeting that again. This isn't targeting it. That's not targeting it. I just have to pay 1 on this Fluster. Okay, so they might be new to Magic Online. I'm not trying to make fun of them, but like, that's just what happened here. So I'm gonna gladly pay 1. Draw fail. Wow, Dark Rat was an insane draw. Okay. Let's Echo. From 9. Alright, so we have 3 floating, 5 floating, 6 mana. 6 is 1 short of winning. So if this ponder, it's Dark Ritual or Lion's Eye Diamond. That doesn't do it. I think I just have to shuffle this. So in theory, you could like keep Petal, so that way you have a green source on their turn for if they try to kill you, but I just think I need to shuffle this. Damn, we're probably dead now. Okay. Please just pass. I like that they started on Ponder. That's a good sign. Need them to pass back. Did not shuffle. 2 mana. Another Merchant Scroll. Okay. So it's looking like we're going to get a turn here. See what we can do. Cluster. Okay. Wish was a good one. So we're going to lead on Orim's Chant. Okay, and now we Veil. You know that they have Fluster. I think I'm supposed to let that resolve, because then they have to pay 5 in their upkeep, which means they have to burn a High Tide. Sure. Okay. So they're gonna have to upkeep High Tide and then pay. But I think I can just play Claw here. So they still have Fluster in hand. Okay. Now they pay for Pact. And if they don't have an island, they can't use the Fluster in their hand. Okay, so they still have Fluster. Let's see if we can find a win here. So this gets Scrubland, which is the last land in our deck. Just trying to think of how I want to do this. So hypothetically, let's say I activate Wish Claw and go get Lion's Eye Diamond. That would be 2 mana, 8 mana. 8 mana isn't enough to peer with backup. So I could Echo with backup here. That's an option. Wait, I have enough to Ad Nauseam with backup. And now we Veil. Please resolve. Okay, so Ad Nauseam will resolve now. And it's worth noting the Echo's out of the deck, so we can safely flip all the way down to 4. Which is actually kind of relevant because somehow we managed to fetch 6 times this game, and we are now at 14. Alright, so let's see if we can pull off a win here. Almost there already. And that should do it. Yay. Love it. We'll stop at 4. Alright, so we're going to be 1-1 in this Legacy Challenge. So they are a blue deck. I am not going to cast Orim's Chant out of fear of misdirection. We've seen a bunch of crazy counters out of this opponent already. Pact and Negation, for example. So I'm just going to chicken tendies them, and that's it. Okay. Go get Tendrils. Tendrils them. Woot woot. 1-1. Welcome to round number 3, and we are on the play against Beenew, who is a Delver expert. I'm definitely not shipping this hand in the matchup. 3 lands, a couple cantrips. This is solid. Alright, let's start it off. Turn 1, cast Ponder, and look at Burning Wish, Lion's Eye Diamond, and Tendrils. I actually think I'm fine with keeping this, because I'm going to play Wish on turn 2 in an attempt to get Galvanic Relay. And if that doesn't resolve, that's fine. But I will fetch away the Tendrils no matter what. We don't really want Tendrils. And a Ponder here from Beenew. Okay, so let's do what I said and fetch away that Tendrils, get Badlands, and just play Wish. Does Burning Wish resolve? It does, so let's go get Galvanic Relay. Okay, so we have 2 spells right now to play into Relay. We ideally would want more. So next turn I'm probably going to cast the Brainstorm, looking for like a Lotus Petal. Rite of Flame's iffy because it could get countered, but like Mox Opal would be good. For a land. Alright, I'm gonna Brainstorm, see if I can hit like a Mox Opal or something like I mentioned. Ding! So let's fetch. 100 seems to make sense here. Opal. They could try to force Opal to stop our relay, but honestly, that's like sort of a crazy person move because then Rite of Flame burns you or even Chrome Mox. So let's resolve this relay. Orim's Chant is an amazing reveal. Wow. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good about this game right now. Let's see what our opponent can do. Galvanic Relay is just such a strong card. They really got punished for not forcing the Burning Wish. Alright, so we've taken 3 from the Dragon Rage Channeler. We're now in the second main phase of our opponent. What are they up to? Duration, okay. They might be like digging for like force plus waste. Because that would be good for them. They revealed Murktide Regent. So they found Wasteland. I guess they already had Wasteland, I suppose, if they chose to play it like that. Let's play this. I guess we could just stir on Orim's Chant, right? If this resolves, we can maybe Ad Nauseam. The Storm is 1. It's like sort of crazy, but I'm considering Brainstorming here. Well, I think I want to. That was good. I think we just have a deterministic kill here now. Go to 11. Dark Ritual. Claws from 4. Rite of Flame. Claw. So let's crack this for blue and this for black. Let's cast Ponder. I'll take a Lotus Petal. Right, and now we can just activate Wish Claw, go get something else. Dark Ritual. That's spell number 9, and spell number 10 being Tendrils of Agony. And just like that, we've taken game number 1 over Blue-Red Delver. Woot woot! Turn 4 with Galvanic Relay. Entering that into my spreadsheet. Alright, so once again, I'm going to do the plan of not boarding in Decay until I see Null Rod. I just think it makes sense at this day and age because like people aren't playing Null Rod. And I don't know if they should be. Like a bunch of people are playing Meltdowns now for Urza Saga. It used to be for Affinity, but now I think it's mostly for Saga. Because like the Affinity deck doesn't see a whole lot of play. It did top 8 the PTQ, but that's the first result it's had in a month. Right, Channeler. We're just gonna go Lango here. Play out the fetches to avoid Wasteland. Channeler getting in there. Our opponent's just passing, which is good for us. Because our hand's a little bit slow. Another Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm gonna pass here. I think on their end step I might Brainstorm though. And I mention on the end step because I don't really want to show them that I'm going to open up to Wasteland. It's interesting that they got rid of Pyroblast. So that means that they might have another in hand. Okay. Ooh, black. Grixis Delver. Wonder what the black's for. I mean, Thoughtseize maybe, Gurmag Angler. It can't be for play. I mean, I guess they could be playing Plague Engineer. I'm just trying to figure out what black actually gives you. I am getting strong Pyroblast vibes right now. I'm pretty sure our opponent has one. I'm not going to play Fetch into that. The draw. Elves. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Maybe just pass. We're going to fall to 13. I'm going to Brainstorm now. And if I do it now, they're using the red on their turn for the Pyroblast. Wow. Very good Brainstorm. Get rid of this other. I don't think we need that. Okay, and then Wasteland resolves. Arctide. Yep. Okay, so they're tapped out. That's good. I guess they still have a land drop available, actually. I wonder what they're thinking about. We're going to pass. So in our upkeep, let's get Taiga Scrub. We don't need blue anymore. Getting Scrub is just in case we draw Orims. Draw. I actually really love the Petal draw. That was very good for us. Allowed to have Lotus Petal. They're just going to pause on every spell. I think we need to show them that mana doesn't matter. When secretly it could end up being a choke point for us. Play Wish Claw. We want this to resolve. I don't know if it will. Opponent needs 3 counters in their 5 cards to stop us here. Although Daze might end up working for one of them. It depends on how this turn goes. Which is Daze. I'm going to Veil. So Force Daze here would actually be kind of interesting. Which is another Daze, okay. So the worst thing that they can have in hand is another Daze, which I believe means that we win. Okay, hold control. And add a bunch of black mana. Tendrils, and then cast 10. So we've defeated Grixis Delver, not Blue-Red Delver, and we are now 2-1. I'll see you in match number 4. Hey there, round number 4, and we're on the play against EronRelentless. And according to their Goldfish history, they've been on Elves for a little bit now. This I want to keep this hand. I'm just a little bit worried about the Brainstorm not hitting an action spell. I'm going to try it. Might be not a great choice, but here I am. I think I'm going to hold the Brainstorm to cast it until turn 2. That way I get to see an extra card. So EronRelentless is a former Death and Taxes player that's recently been on Elves a bunch, so it could be Death and Taxes as well. Draw. Alright, it's looking a little Elves-like. Really need this Brainstorm to be good. Well, it's not Elves, it's Reanimator. And I am getting punished. Alright, I need to hide my lines at Diamond. Not feeling good about this matchup now that it's Reanimator. Yikes. Okay. Or Brainstorm. I guess we would have fetched in saw new cards. We wouldn't have necessarily brainstormed into those. Yep, so they just had the nuts to turn 1 Grief into Reanimate. Yeah, like why were they thinking so hard on this? This was just like a basic line. We actually can't beat this spell. We just have to concede. Right? We don't board for this matchup any longer, so just resubmit. If I had known it was Reanimator, I would have like upkeep balanced them or upkeep chanted them. Okay, we're on the play for game number 2 now. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm allowed to keep that. I don't think I'm allowed to keep this either. It just doesn't do anything. 5. So we bottom these two, and then like have to hope that our opponent doesn't do anything meaningful. Our opponent also went to 5. Unfortunately, like we just, even if they don't do anything, I don't think our hand's gonna be able to turn 2 unless this Brainstorm's just nuts. They revealed Chancellor of the Annex. That's gonna stop us from even hiding our Ad Nauseam from discard. Draw. Problem is, like, they're just gonna end step and tomb and then kill us. Still just turns away. No entomb? You're saying there's a chance. Okay. So we have an Ad Nauseam next turn if we're allowed to untap. Interesting. Do they just keep a hand that doesn't do anything? Or do they have silence? I do know that some of these Reanimator decks are playing silence nowadays. Okay, so Echo's not a good reveal. Alright, well, this Ad Nauseam's gone a little bit better. I can just stop there. Well, I guess I can flip. There's nothing that kills me. Oh. Okay, so they're just making me go through it, I guess? Not really sure what their game plan is here. Do they have like a Veil of Summer? Or do they just want to see me cast the card Tendrils of Agony? I guess that was it. Right, so we got super lucky with a turn 4 win against Reanimator. Putting that into the spreadsheet. Right, and we don't do anything, so I'm just going to resubmit. Sure, I'm not going to ship this. But I'm also just like, they kept 7, we're dead. Okay, please no Lotus Petal, please no Lotus Petal. Alright, so they're passing. I can Echo here. Lotus Petal off the top, Lotus Petal! Not quite. I'm supposed to Echo here just to shuffle. Lotus Petal would have, like, Opal was close. I would have taken a Chrome Mox too, actually. But we're just going to have to Echo here. Hope for the best. Come on, Duck. Please give me a chance, please. Okay, this is a chance, and I asked for a chance, so we need to ponder into 2 mana, which means the Lion's Eye Diamond? Or Tendrils. Tendrils would do it. Oh my, I can't believe this. Wow. We knew that the Dark Ritual was there, but I can't believe that we're going to beat Reanimator. Holy smokes. Wow, so lucky. Our component's complaining in chat now. Real mature. Alright, eat your Tendrils of Agony, opponent. Hope it tastes good. Alright, 3-1. The 5th, but not final, because this is in a league round, and we're on the play against Molnija, and they play a lot of Izzet Blitz in Modern. So I'm sort of guessing that they're going to be on a similar strategy here in Legacy, most likely just blue-red tempo. I think we're going to keep this. A Lion's Eye Diamond makes this hand go bananas, but also we have access to Burning Wish for relay with these zeros, so I'm going to try this. So off the top, we'd like to see either Lion's Eye Diamond or lands, to be honest. Those are the 2 cards. And our opponent has taken a mulligan. Into 5. Okay, let's begin the round. Verdant Catacombs and pass the turn. Not shocked. Heroic. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond, please. Give me that diamond, though. Draw. Guess they get to draw first, but diamond. I think I'm going to sit on that. Just pass the turn. I don't want to give up Storm Count for relay. Dragon connects. Badlands. I would have liked that as a draw. Delver, okay. Another Delver. So empty might be off the table here. It was something I was considering. Draw. So we can go get relay, but we're going to get wasted. In theory, I could also try to Grapeshot their team. If I take that line, I'm just like banking on drawing Lion's Eye Diamond eventually for this Echo. Run 2 cards. I think I'm gonna try it. By try, I mean Grapeshotting their team. Grapeshot. I think we just have to take this line. I think that this is the right play. The reason I think that this is the right play is a wasteland doesn't cut you off of blue this way. So they can't double daze here, so it's free to point 1 at them. But there is 2 on Ragavan. Yep, that was to be expected. We're just looking to draw Lion's Eye Diamond. Not too often you Grapeshot against Delver. Another Rags? Oh! Heartbreaking. Have to pass here. Wow. We're gonna lose to a mulligan to 5. Come on, deck, please give me a diamond. Okay, so they don't have force. This would be a nice time. Have to play it out. So the Rite of Flame does add 3. So if we draw a Lotus Petal, we can actually hardcast Echo. Brainstorm. They passed up another Channeler, which is interesting. And now it's Delirious. They're going to crash in for 5 when I go to 10. Push Claw. I guess I can't cast that. They're choosing to play Claw for the Surveil. They chose to keep it on top, whatever it was. Draw. We just have to pass here. So now we go to 5. So if they have a bolt in their hand and then they can Wishclaw for another bolt, I would be dead. Now they have Metalcraft. They're just going to pass. Alright, so this is our final chance. Yeah, let's cast Ponderer, I suppose. I don't have a blue source to fetch for with this C, so I have to shuffle. We're dead. Okay, that happens sometimes. Bring in the relays. Same plan as before. Okay, game number 2, and we're on the play. This seems like a keep. Kind of a bummer we lost that game 1. Ooh, that did not play the land I clicked on. Okay, there we go. Alright, I like it when they don't play Trim on Ragavan. Good. I'm going to try to leverage this relay this game. Try to build it up. I wonder if I draw another blank on our turn, or a card I don't really want to use, if we just like cast Burning Wish, see if it resolves. Here's Rag. Yep. Draw. I could try to relay here. I don't know how I feel about it, but Worth considering. It's either that or just play Wishclaw. Or play Wish. I think I'm just going to play Wish, because if Wish resolves, I can just get Ponder. Okay, so we're going to just grab Ponder here. Could have gone Prismatic Ending for the Ragavan, but I think we want Ponder for the Storm Count on Relay. So now Rags gets in. Okay. A little annoying. Yeah, draw. So I can't help but wonder if I'm supposed to fight over the Ponder if they try to counter it, because I want to cast Veil anyway. The result. I don't think I want any of these cards, so I'm going to shuffle. If they counter that, I just let it go. So I'm going to put these back. If they fight over the Rite of Flame, that's actually bad for me. Maybe I was supposed to take the Guaranteed Relay. Okay, we got lucky that they let that resolve. Okay. 9 cards, please. See some mana. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Protection and mana, and then we have the action spell in hand. Now we go to 10. Okay, exile Badlands. Our last black source in our deck is Scrubland. Waste. Annoying, but we can deal with that. Murktide. Sure. See what we can do. So they can't abrade, which is why I like starting on the artifacts to help play around days a little bit. Now we can Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame makes a bunch of mana here, so I like casting it. We're also like pretty close to just like natural storming our opponent out with Tendrils. If they force here, we just Veil. Black. Cast Veil of Summer. Sure, you have 4. Brainstorm. Pretty good. Put these 2 back, play Diamond. And then let's go get that Tendies. Cast Tendrils, triggering the opponent, and we're going to get game number 2. Still 1 more to go. Shouldn't counter chickens or anything like that. Definitely a tough matchup. Alright. Gonna leave it as is. There's a turn 5 for the spreadsheet. So this is a very explosive hand where we just lose to a force, but I kind of want to keep it. That's a channeler. Bobble. So they do get a scry off this. They put a channeler to the graveyard. I think our best draw is like a Veil of Summer. I'd also take another action spell. Come on, deck, be good to me. Wow. So this is a turn 1 empty with backup. So 16 goblins. Or an echo. I'm gonna empty. I think it's just like the right play here. Please take me home, goblins. Please. Okay. Delver. They have to attack. Draw. Alright, we do one thing here. We cross our fingers and hope that our opponent doesn't have it. Delver triggers. No flip. Okay. It looks like a good sign for me. Uh-oh. Chromox is actually a good reveal for them. Was I supposed to leave one back for Dash Dragavan? They've conceded. Wow. They had Null Rod! Look at what we played around by just jamming for it on turn 1. Holy smokes. Wow. We're 4-1 now. Kind of crazy. What a match. A few more to go. Alright, round number 6, and we are facing someone with a very long history of playing Elves. So I wonder if they're also on Black Red Reanimator, much like I believe it was round 3. But we're on the play. Let's see what we can do against Elves. This hand is like technically fine, but you really need to find action off this Ponder. I'm a little nervous about keeping it, but I think you're supposed to. It was round 4 that we faced Reanimator. Alright, so we're going to go Underground Sea Ponder, and then we're pretty much looking for action off this. So Ad Nauseam would obviously be the best thing, but Burning Wish, Wish Claw, Echo, definitely not those. Shuffle. Brainstorm's okay. So we're going to untap, draw a card, and then cast Brainstorm. That is the plan. A little bit worried that a turn 3 might be too slow. Just a Rainforest, and then some sort of elf. Once upon a time. Okay. Trying to Ad Nauseam off the top rope. They are, in fact, on Elves. That could be good to me. That's a start. Let's see if we can hit an action spell. Ding! Okay, so I'm gonna put back I guess I can put back land Chromox. I cast both rituals here. And then just leave an empty Chromox in play. Okay. Leave a little bit of every color floating so that way I don't accidentally screw myself. You only need 1 red. You don't need to leave 2 red floating. Does this do the job? I don't know. The Rite of Flame brings us up to 6. Play Wish Claw, and then activate Opal would be 7. I think that's lethal. So the Chromox being in play actually ended up mattering. But now we had a black. We have exactly enough to Tendrils. How about that? Woot woot. A little bit lucky to win this game 1. We drew Lion's Eye Diamond, which was just like one of our better draws. And then we brainstormed into an actual engine. So we didn't even have to spend money getting the Echo. Or money. Spending mana. Spending money, yes. Just whoever's richest gets the best cards all the time. Yes, that's magic. But we've won game number 1 over Elves. And if I'm being honest, I can't really remember what the Epic Storm sideboard plan is for Elves. So I'm going to load up our handy-dandy sideboard guide on the homepage. All right, and here is our homepage. Scroll down here, PDF deck list. And what do you say? Oh, that's Deckless. I wanted the Cyborg guide. My bad. Alright, then Elves. We're taking out 2 Chant, 2 Veil. Okay. And I wasn't sure if we left in Chance or not to time off the opponent. But I guess with this plan, we just like don't lose to Collector Oof, which is pretty huge, so I don't mind it. Okay. Their last list had 3 copies of Deafening Silence on the board, as well as Thoughtseize and Collector. So these post-board games are going to be difficult. Need to get a little bit lucky. And this is not a keep. They mulligan, we're going to join them. What are with these hands? So theoretically, I could go bottom Petal, turn 1 Wishclaw, and untap with 3 mana, assuming we don't draw an action spell. Is that the worst? I think I'm actually going to keep this, as crazy as it seems. Whoops, meant to click on Petal. I mean, this hand's a little nuts. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. Land was good. So now I actually get to keep the Brainstorm around. I do like that. Okay. Wonder what they kept where they didn't have a turn play. I almost don't want to say it out loud. Because it's making me nervous. I'll say it after their turn's over. So drawing the land was good there because we still have Chromox and Brainstorm in hand. It looks like they're just going for it. Is it just a cantrip because they played a land? Okay, I was afraid that they kept Collector Roof. I think I'm supposed to Brainstorm here because Dark Ritual wins it. Okay, so we're going to fetch and cast Brainstorm. I'm going to get a white source here in case they play a card that I don't want to say out loud. Be good to me, deck. And that was not there, so we're going to cast Ponder. There's Dark Ritual, but Dark Ritual doesn't do anything good for us here. Question is, like, do I keep this? Because I get punished if they just play a card that beat... I think I'm supposed to shuffle this. Alright, we do Dark Ritual anyway. So any mana source off Ponder or our draw step will give us Ad Nauseam anyway. This way, if I shuffle, I get a chance at having Prismatic Ending or Decay for something that might be awful for me. Okay. Do you really not have anything? What did you keep, opponent? Alright. So this is going to seem wild. I am not going to play out Diamond. I'm afraid that our opponent has Mind. Like, it's the only thing that I can wrap my head around why they would keep this hand. So I'm going to just cast Ad Nauseam and see if I can, like, double Storm Spell or something along those lines. Okay. So let's resolve this. Whoa, I did not mean to flip that. Clicked a little too quickly. Yeah, I'll stop there. Okay, so let's cast a Ponder, see if I can find another action spell. Because we don't have Chant in the deck. I'm going to shuffle that. Okay. Now we go to 2. We'll also, like, wonder a little bit if it's possibly just Veil of Summer. Ooh. I should have taken the opal. If they mind break this, I actually can't. And I guess I can echo. We're pausing a really long time on it. I think they might actually have mind break. Okay. There's the trap. Do you have another trap in your hand? Okay. Please concede. Please concede. Oh, I don't feel good about this. Our opponent says good games well played. Good games. Wow. All right. 5-1. One round left to go. Let's see if we can get it. My breakers are probably awful because I won round number one. Or lost round number one. But one round at a time. Let's just play tight. And I'll see you in round number 7. Welcome to the final round. We're on the play against Momo, who is on mono red sneak attack. Not sneak and show, mono red sneak attack. And just an update for you, returning here. I was in 8th. I was the second to last X1, and it looks like Bullwinkle got a concession, so they're going to be in top 8. But a loss means that I'm out. So I need to win this in order to be in top 8. We're on the play, and we're looking for an explosive hand. This is it. So we're going to keep this and just hope for the best off this Echo. Essentially starting the game with a land in play and 2 Storm. Messing up the opponent's keep as well. Opponent taking a mulligan. And they have 4 main deck Trinispheres, by the way, and Chalice. So we really don't want to give them a turn if we don't have to. Oh, it looks like they do have Show and Tells in their deck. But it's still just like mono red sneak, essentially just splashing Show and Tell. At least that's what their deck list shows. Echo. Spin, baby, spin. Be good to me. Double Chant. They have 7 Spirit Guides in their deck. So I think we're supposed to not chant them in the upkeep, but wait for them to try to do something. And then chant them in response to get them to burn resources. This new hand was not very good. Bloodstainmire pass, okay. So I didn't burn a chant here. I think I'm gonna leave that. Ooh, Brainstorm was a good draw. I think I'm just gonna Brainstorm here. See if I can convert. Okay, so I can still upkeep chant them. But I can also do it in response to their fetch. Like, just trying to hang on to these chants for as long as possible, instead of just throwing them away. We really need to get this first game, because assuming that we win game 1, they'll be on the play for game 2, which means turn 1 Trinisphere, which is really tough for us to win. They also have Blood Moons in their board, and we're a 5-color deck without basics, so there's a lot of turn 1 plays they can have. Alright, I'm going to chant them now. Because if I don't, they could just play Trinisphere off of a soul land. We need a good draw. Witchclaw Talisman would actually be amazing. Okay. There's the Ancient Tomb. On deck Witchclaw. So we have Metalcraft now, but we need to find action off Ponder. Am I supposed to keep this? So if you keep this, you fetch, and then next turn you cast Brainstorm looking to head off Brainstorm. So realistically, you get 4 looks at action. Okay. Chant them again. Okay, and then we're gonna fetch. Get Badlands. Come on, deck. Please be good to me. Brainstorm. Yes! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Alright, we're gonna put these 2 back. Actually, yeah, so I started off taking 3. There's no Echo in the deck. That's fine. I'd rather keep my extra mana around. Hell yeah, though. Hell yes! Okay. And we should have it from here. Alright, we're gonna stop there. So, like, just in case they, like, decided to play Bolt today or something, I don't get bolted by flipping Tendrils. As Brainstorm. Good deal. I don't think that they could have anything here to stop me, but it doesn't hurt to just, like, set up a backup plan. Okay. Now we had red. Hold control. Cast Burning Wish. Let's add a bunch of black mana. Actually, let's add some red. So I think the right thing to do here is we have 9 mana. So you could double Tendrils, but if they have Veil or something, that would beat you. So I think what you're supposed to do is you get Tendrils, which would be from 16 off Wishclaw. They would Veil, so that would be 17. Your Grapeshot would be 18, so that wouldn't work. But I think maybe you just double Tendrils. I don't know. But we got game number 1. Whew. Okay. Get these Veils out of here. Definitely want decays, and then you want endings. And then I think maybe you leave both Chants in. Stops you from death. You get a Burning Wish for ending Chance or Trinisphere, so you have that as an out. I think I like this. Friendly reminder, if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest Storm content, open up the description, and in there, you will find 7 social media channels with great communities. I would personally recommend the Discord. It's free to join. A lot of combo conversation happening in there. Help us grow. Okay, it's game 2. We're on the draw. I don't think I'm allowed to keep this hand. It's just way too slow. Our opponent's also taking a mulligan. Guess I can keep this. It can answer a Trinisphere, but it's really weak to Blood Moon and it's slow. Bottom of Ponder. You have to keep all 3 left. Okay. They kept 6. They have 1 Pyroblast in their sideboard, or at least in their last list they only had 1. Lotus Petal, yep. 1 Crystal Vein in their list, so that matches. Alright, so they had turn 1 Trini, but we have the answer as long as we can, play our lands. I'm kind of hoping that they get locked underneath their own Trinisphere, if I'm being honest. Now they have 3 mana. Chose not to play Blood Moon, so that's good. The next turn we can answer the Trinisphere. I'm gonna fetch here. Get undraw. And then Taiga? I don't know. Draw. Target Trinisphere. I think this could be bad for us, but X is cancel. This should work. It said X is 2 and it made me nervous. I'm like, no, X should be 3. Um, but I guess like X is actually 2, but I'm paying 3 colors. Third land. Please don't kill me. I worked so hard to get rid of that Trinisphere. Not feeling too good about this. Oh, so they're just passing? Okay. I'm good with that. Alright, deck. Give me Ad Nauseam off the top, please. Not Ad Nauseam. Alright, let's cast Brainstorm. Put back this Chromox in a land. That was pretty good. So I have 2 mana. Let's think about this. A land is 3. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I just have enough? So let's say I put back Land Ponder. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 8 to Ad Nauseam. So I think I'm supposed to ponder looking for mana. We would need an LED or Dark Ritual. So if that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Ad Nauseam's 8. All right, so ponder from 2. And that's going to do it. Okay. Prismatic Ending's the real deal. Okay, Dark Ritual. Wishclaw. Alright, so Storm is 7. I have enough right here to Burning Wish Tendrils, which would be 8, 9. That's exact. Okay, looks like we're cashing our ticket into top 8. Feels good. 6-1 after losing round 1. See you in top 8. Alright, welcome to top 8. And we're on the draw against Kauffj, who's playing a Yorion deck that's like a Green Sun Zenith based strategy that also happens to have 7 Force of Will effects in the main deck. We can't keep this. We're going to mulligan. If I had a land, you could probably keep this somewhere, but right now it's just a little too risky. We're going to ship. This seems fun. I think we're actually supposed to get rid of the Storm. Crazy as that seems. Right, Vista. So looking at Kauffj's sideboard, I'll slide the deck over. There's 2 copies of Flusterstorm, 2 Veil of Summer, Collector Oof, Meddling Mage, Plague Engineer, Endurance, Force of Vigor. So a lot of these cards come in against us. 4 main deck Prismatic Ending, and then Green Sun Zenith. And when we look at Green Sun Zenith, there's no main deck Oof or Gaddock Teeg, anything like that. But you do get punished for playing out something like Lion's Eye Diamond way too early. They're also a Wasteland deck with Rhythm Excavator, so keep that in mind. So I don't think that this is a deck where we want to board in Relay against them. So I think for the boarding, we're just looking to bring in these 4 cards, Abrupt Decay and Endings, and then take out probably Ponders. And our opponent has lost connection to the game. So I'll try to be quiet so Eclipse whenever they come back. But okay, they've rejoined. But I don't think that this is a matchup where we want Galvanic Relay, if I'm being really honest. Alright, they picked up a basic force, so they're back. Funding growth. That was in the last list, so nothing new there. Oh. Another Veil is okay, but we just need to find an action spell. Like finding Echo off this Ponder would be big game. Okay, Ponder. And Ponder has found nothing, so we're going to shuffle that. Okay, so we just need to find action now. Unfortunately, I did bottom the Brainstorm, which I think was the correct play, but we could get punished by not finding people. Tropical Island. Draw. Just need to find something that does something. You could cycle a Veil there. I don't think that's the right move. I'm not going to do that. I'll gladly take one. Tundra. Leovold. So that shuts off Echo. No longer an option. Okay. Leo's only a one of, so it is what it is. But we do have a few turns here to draw into a Burning Wish or a Wishclaw Talisman, something along those lines. Very into hand, okay. Please deck. I'm going to lose to 3 more attack steps. Okay. So you go to 10. Weirding. That was in the last list as well. Okay. That doesn't help me. So technically I can cast it on my opponent's turn, draw 1 and put 2 back. I don't know how good that actually is. So we're going to go to 6 now. I mean, I could Brainstorm, draw 1, put back Chromox, Rite of Flame, fetch, and try to draw. That gives me 2 looks at an action spell. This 5 mana. Alright, so I'm not getting another draw step. So I think that I'm supposed to cast the Brainstorm. Let's draw 1, put back 2. Okay. This is it, deck. Please be good to me. And I cannot Veil of Summer Trick them because the Leovold will stop me from drawing another card if the Veil resolved. So it just has to be an action spell here. What a bummer. Okay. We didn't have anything coming either. Wow. Alright. Sometimes that happens. And I think what we're supposed to do is just take out these ponders, bring in our answers. Like I said, I don't think we're supposed to bring in Relay. Meddling Mage, Veil, Summer Fluster. I mean, we could bring in a Relay over the Echo, maybe. Like something like this. Let's try it. If they're a Leovold deck, they have Greensun for Leo. I mean, they also drew 1 of in their 80 card deck that game. That said, our Brainstorm wasn't good enough. I mean, who knows? We didn't actually draw 3, we drew 1, but if we wanted to get real crazy, we could board out brainstorms, and I mean this is pretty crazy, and then bring in the ending and the other relays, and then board out Ad Nauseam for Echo. But I don't think that's the line I want to take. Don't think I'm allowed to keep this. It's why we lost game 1. Oh my. So this is a turn 1 Nas, but we have to do it in their upkeep to dodge Force of Vigor. Or Force of Negation. Wow. Our opponent is also mulligan. Okay. We're gonna have effects in your upkeep. This plays around Force of Negation, but we're dead to Force of Will. Hey! No Echo in the deck, remember that. Rite of Flame, Opal, Veil, Chant. I think I'm good. Wow. Okay. Kauffj has gone to their main phase now. Alright, so we have to beat Flusterstorm, Veil of Summer, and then the forces here. That's a fetch land. Do we have like a real land that we can use? No. Alright, so let's play that. Just let's fetch out of the gate. I'm gonna imprint the ending because I have a chant in my hand and I want to chant. Another Chrome Mox, and with this I didn't print one of the Veils most likely. They have 1 Force of Vigor in their deck, so if they have Force of Vigor, they can blow up the Chrome Mox with a trigger on the stack. Sure. Trigger you. Go Fluster. Brainstorm. Alright. They have enchanted, they can no longer cast spells. This should be a pretty easy game from here. Except for red. They had the Force of Negation, so the play that we made ended up mattering. Okay. So we're going to game 3. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I'm just going to resubmit. Okay. Is this a keep? I'm thinking a mulligan. Yeah, I think I probably want this. Meddling Mage kills Hate Bears. We have Burning Wish for Massacre. You can also like try to build this into a longer game where we just Tendrils. Okay. I can also Burning Wish for Relay at some point. I think this hand's fine. Tropical Island into what? Sunfire Arbor. Okay. Got it. I will not be making goblins against the deck that sideboards in 3 playing Engineer. So not a black sword. We're at 4 cards. I'm gonna let them have the library when I have Tendrils. And I'm going to just jam Burning Wish here. I think I'm supposed to get Relay. The reason that I think I'm supposed to get Relay is if I go for the Tendrils plan and for some reason it doesn't work, I'll have enough Storm that I can back up. I thought about getting Pier there, but I think Relay's just correct. And they've gone to 11. Wasteland hurts. Yep. Passing. We have 6 mana. I have 8 cards. So I think I'm supposed to imprint a Decay here. They have 2 Fluster, 2 Veil, and they're 75. Or they paid 1 extra there. The Tendrils is theoretically lethal now. Honestly, I'd love to see like a Green Sun for Leo here. But I don't know why they'd do that over getting Collector Roof. Knight of Autumn. Okay. So I could literally take away half of their outs right now by destroying the Abundant Growth. I'm just forcing them to have 1 of 2 Flusters. Okay, so I want to draw a land here. Land is honestly just our best draw. Come on, deck, please. Ding. They know that we have Relay. Does this resolve? Nope. Alright. So now we have to try to draw into more mana for this Tendrils. We're not out of this yet. We're still in it. It's just we're not in a good spot. And the way that they went after our mana tells me that they don't have Fluster. Alright, they didn't pay any life there. Casting something. Yorion to hand, okay. So ideally we would draw like a Brainstorm into mana. I'll take a Wish Claw. Actually, Wish Claw is a little bit awkward because Knight's going to kill it if our opponent has a land. Nothing we can do if they end up having the land. All right, the attack's good. That means that they don't have the land. Okay. But they did. They just chose not to play Yorion. Maybe they found Fluster, and that's why they don't want to tap out. Or they just have that. That's brutal. Okay. We can't do that yet, but I mean Dark Ritual is a good draw. Oh no, they have Wasteland Lock. We're probably done now. Lotus Petal off the top from Mox. Those will both do it. Please, deck. We're a mana short. We just lost. So, like, part of this game, you might be looking at, like, well, why did you lead on Lotus Petal that turn that I played Rite of Flame and Dark Ritual? Because that was honestly the turning point. Because I wanted to make it seem like the mana wasn't important, because so often it's about telling a story to your opponent, and instead I just got bodied. So, our opponent just needs to attack now, and we're dead. We had the Tendrils against their Sylvan, too. So close. Yep, and we've been eliminated from top 8. I don't really have any changes. Like 12.5 has been amazing. I love the 5-color list. We just can't seem to get past top 8 recently, and part of that might be my own play. I'm not going to rule that out, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take care, keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.